What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video, we're going to be breaking down NIO. Specifically, we're going to be talking about the expected move like we do every single week. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get right to the video. So in case you didn't know, we do something every week called the expected move. We chart it out. So in order to do that, go to your brokerage. Now, I use Thinkorswim. That's the platform I use. They're provided by TD Ameritrade. So you go to your option chain, type in the specific stock you want to. Then you go to that week's Friday's expiration date. This one happens to be February 19th. You go all the way over here, you follow it, and then you see this number right here. So it says plus minus 4.5. So that is your expected move that you're looking for. Now, in case you didn't know, I'll briefly explain the expected move. So it's a range that market makers like the stock to stay in between. Now, the stock doesn't have to stay in between it, but it's a range that market makers want it to stay in between. So let's go ahead and chart this out like we do every single weekend for NIO. So you take your ruler tool out and then you just chart. So it was 4.5. Let's see. 4.5. And you just take your next tool, move it. So then you also have to do the downside as well. So 4.5. Now it doesn't have to be exact. So 3 pennies off, like I said, doesn't have to be exact. So this is going to be our range for the week upcoming. Let me actually just move this a little more so you can see. So this is going to be our range. Now, as I mentioned before, it doesn't have to stay in between this range. It can go above, below, either way, but there's a 68% chance that it stays in between here. That's called the first standard deviation. Now, if you want to find the second standard deviation, all you do is just add that move. Again, 4.5, you would obviously add it to the downside as well. So 4.5 doesn't have to be exact. So that would be your second standard deviation. And there's a 95% chance it stays in between that move. Now, so what does this mean for NIO? So the top of this move, the first one, puts us at 64.36. The bottom of the move puts us at around $55. Now, keep in mind, notice where that top move is putting us at. It's putting us at our all-time high, or close to our all-time high. Notice 64.80, chart it out. And what's happened before when we hit this number? We got rejected. 3 times actually. Right here, we got rejected. So let's circle these out so we can visualize it. So we got rejected here. We got rejected here. We got rejected here. So this level, by the trend that we've seen, every time we push up to it, we get rejected. So the question is this week, is it going to be a 4th time and we get rejected? Or are we about to break this trend like we did over here? And let me put this into play. Right here, this previous resistance right here, $59, we got rejected multiple times before. And last week, guess what? We broke that trend. We broke that trend. We had that small green candle, signaled the breakout, and we broke out. So the question is it going to be different this week? Are we going to push up to this, hit that expected move, and are we just going to break through and hit our second one? That's a possibility. That's a very high possibility where we may break through this. So we're going to have to see how we interact around this level right here. Do we consolidate like we did over here? Notice we had that consolidation for that second candle. Or do we get that instant rejection like we've done 3 times earlier? Now, if we're bullish on NIO, that's what we want to see. We want to see the consolidation and bust right through. Now, in order for us to push through, we have to have enough buyers to do that. Notice over here, look at the volume. We had a high amount of volume pushing us up and was able to push through that $59 mark before. Now the question is, are we going to get those buyers this week? That's a question we have to ask. Now, obviously, if you're bullish on NIO, you want those buyers to come in. But the important part is that we did have that sell-off that I talked about on my video Thursday. I mentioned good sell-off. We're probably going to hit that $59 area, and we did. And what happened? We stayed above it. We stayed above it on Friday, and hopefully on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we push back up. Now, that's what I want to see. A lot of you want to see that. And let me bring in this pattern once again. I know I've charted this out before, so if you've watched this pattern already, bear with me. Just bring this in for the new people that are watching. So we have this bull flag. We had the flag right here. Flagpole, flag. Look what we happened here. Flag, flagpole, and guess what we're doing right now? We're breaking out once again. Now, I mentioned that earlier. It doesn't have to be perfect. Of course, it's not going to be perfect. We're not going to have this slope down. We're not going to have that smooth slope up. Same here. We didn't have that smooth slope down, and we're not going to have that smooth slope up. So the point of this is just us pushing up. So hopefully we bull flag up again. This is our flagpole right here. We're starting, and then we just take off again. Now that's what my outlook is on NIO. Tell me what your outlook on NIO is for this week. Are you bullish? Are you bearish? Or are you neutral? Do you think it's just going to hang out? Or do you think we're going to hit all-time highs and we're going to push up? Keep in mind, though, we do have earnings coming up. It's coming up about less than a month now. So we may see our earnings run up, pre-earnings run up like we have so many times before. If we do, great. Consider locking in some profits or just adding on every dip if you're long-term on NIO. Either way, thank you for being here. If you did enjoy this video, if you did learn what the expected move was, if you learned something, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Appreciate you being here, and I will see you all in the next video.